G'day everyone. Welcome to Australia Zoo. You guys are in for a treat today. I'm Jimmy, that's Nero over there. We've got Alec. We've also got Eugene down the back there. He's got an important role. Eugene, he's with Cassie the crocodile, and he's keeping her occupied because Nero, myself and Alec, we're focused on Acco. Now, Acco is one of the more famous crocs in the world. He's the largest one we have here at Australia Zoo, and Acco has been here since 1988.
Acco is by far the biggest crocodile we've got. He's over 16 feet in length and over a ton in weight.
He was caught by Steve himself. It took 2 years for Steve to catch this crocodile. Now, the reason why he had to catch him, in the 80s, there was still a lot of land clearing going on, making way for cane farms and the such. And when people were clearing that land, they'd find large crocs in the rivers near their properties, and they didn't want them there no more. Agro and Cookie, Murray, Bluey, they're all similar crocodiles that have been caught back in the day by Steve as part of the East Coast Croc Management. They're the gatekeeper, and that's what they called this animal here, the big black crocodile of Ingham and Cattle Creek. He was the gatekeeper. Now, as he approaches and he's under the water there, check it out the size of him. This clear water means we can behave very differently than if it was murky water. I'm gonna get ready to come this way, mate, because he will try and cut me off. Come on, big fella. If I go quiet, guys, it's because I'm 100% legit nervous. I don't care how many times I've done this. This big boy here can cover so much ground with every little footstep that he takes that my little legs struggle to keep up. Come on, big fella. Up at the food. Not at my legs. Up at the cow. Come on. Oh man, that is so nerve-wracking. Check out the size of him. Now he's out of the water and up close. Oh, just those little flinches. He's got his back legs ready to go, a little bit of the tail still in the water, and he can lunge forward very, very quickly. Someone said get closer. That's really brave from that side of the fence, mate. All right, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna let him have it. There you go, bud. Whoa. How's that? Yeah, you can give it up for him. He's an absolute weapon. Now he's out, and you can see the immense size of this animal. He is so impressive, but they can get bigger than this. He's about 5 meters. The records these days are still up around that 6 meter mark. Now I'm gonna back up and get him back into the water.
Because he's so massive and he's just pretty much all muscle, builds up lactic acid super quickly. He's the biggest croc we've got, so he's lugging around all that weight. So he's designed really for just one strike from the water's edge. He's waiting for those animals to get down close to where he can strike out and grab them and pull them in. It's great having Jimmy out here. Feral pigs are one of their favorite pieces of food. Jimmy is our version of the feral pig in the reptile department, so he comes out well for Jimmy, and he will use his tail to just launch himself out of the water.
What do you reckon, mate? Do you want to let him just soak up the sun and we move on to the next big fella?
Yeah, I reckon he is done for the day.
Most healthy crocodiles could go 6 months to a year without having anything to eat. So we don't need to feed them very regularly. If he doesn't want to eat, it's not the end of the world.
This should be a little bit more exciting. He's a much younger male, he's much smaller, so he's a lot faster. He doesn't have to really carry around as much bulk as a big old bloke next door does. I reckon, hopefully, he's going to explode out and sort of showcase that strike a croc can do. So, again, he's seen me move over here, he had a sneaky look, but he's back under, just hunting through vibrations, feeling me splash the water, feeling me tap my feet. He hones in on those splashes and those vibrations, and again, he'll pull his legs forward, he will get poised, he will get keen, and as soon as he knows he's got the best chance, come on. Up here, up here. Up here, mate. How cool is that, hey?
Yeah.
Grabs the food, and probably, even if we just stay still, even though we're pretty close, he's gonna spin around sooner or later, go back to the water, and go back into that unseen mode.
Once again, bit slower today, having only eaten a few days ago. Come on, mate. Up, wait. Have it. Oh, that's exactly my point. that jaw pressure, bone on bone, that crunch you just heard, there's nothing like it. It's incredible.
The more you know about an animal that's potentially dangerous and scary, the less scary they become. And that's the sort of we're trying to teach you guys, they aren't necessarily super scary animals. They're an animal that just needs a whole bunch of respect. They are obviously pretty dangerous, but we want to try and make sure that, hey, big boy. Oh. Up here, mate, up here. Not my legs. Oh, how's that, hey? He's cool. We might leave him there to chill out in the sun, and we'll jump next door to Bosco, see if he wants a couple of pieces of food. He's probably one of our favourite crocs at the zoo. He's one of the last crocs that you learn how to feed. Jimmy actually just got signed off on him. It took him about 6 years to learn how to feed him.
Yeah, it did.
He is the fastest, one of the biggest, and the scariest croc.
Come on, mate. Up with the chicken. Up. Ah, no.
Good feed.
Yep.
Good work.
Maybe I shouldn't have got signed off. Now, I'm not joking. Does anyone have a spare pair of undies? That crocodile scares the absolute daylights out of me. We always tell people they don't move fast on the hard, solid ground, and obviously I was walking backwards then quicker than he could come forwards, but he does get a scoot on very, very easily. That was an absolute shocker. Might give Nero the next go at that.
You can watch him getting even more fired up, just using that tail, flicking through the water, getting nice and keen, feeling the big splashes. Come on. Up here, up here. Up here. Oh. You can clap if you want. And that's how it's done, Jimmy. Take some notes or something.
Amazing. Guys, thanks heaps for being a part of that and watching. Enjoy the rest of your day here at the zoo.
See you later.
See ya.